90% of my friends could no more do the spinding, bend, stretch, all of them. It's this absolute freedom of the body that gets just so tightened up. So that's a daily thing. And the spiritual aspect for it. I mean, I'm spiritual in other ways, and it taught me open. And it kept opening and opening. And as when your heart's open, everything's possible. And it's my health plan.
Well, for me, I think as I get older, and I'm seriously aging, more seriously than most here, is the whole possibility that there's a range of possibility, and it's about choosing a possibility that's healthy, that's happy, that's fulfilling. And I think one of the tenets of Qigong is make the possible real. But just because you practice Qigong doesn't mean you're not going to have some challenges along the way. Loss, injury, illness. But now I have tools. I was badly injured last spring, but I had tools and practices.
Well, practically on a physical level, I have lots more energy. But this feels like something that I can do forever. At some level, I can always make an adjustment or accommodation, whatever I need to do to continue to practice. And so this is something that can never be taken away from me. When we talk about losing control or losing ability to do things, I can always find a way of doing Qigong. And that's very comforting to me. So I would say that's really very important. And I think my heart just stays open a lot more since I've been practicing that and practicing Qigong. And one of the things that I would say about that is it's really supported me in the direction of self-love. And from self-love and self-acceptance, I feel that I can probably do.
If I hadn't come to Qigong, I think I'd be very depressed right now, assuming I was healthy, which of course I wasn't. But assuming I was, I think I'd be very depressed about aging because of the way the culture treats women in particular. But I'm not. I'm actually really enjoying getting older. I mean, every now and then you just have to deal with what comes at you. But I guess what's really happened is I talk about the physical healing because everyone's interested in that. But truly the most impressive to me thing that's happened is not so much recovering from Lyme disease, but recovering from an unhappy childhood.
After retirement is when I first met Qigong. So again, things started opening and opening. But I and Gail, I started doing things on a volunteer level that were psychotic. I mean, I got all these awards last year, and it's like, okay, screw it, I'm done. And I just knocked off 5 of the 9 boards. But it's a real focus of what brings that real joy. And there are lots, it's harmony through conflict, a lot of conflicting things. But the chapter, if you let it open, and Qigong lets you learn to open, the next chapter will have you doing things you had no idea. I'm doing art installations, for God's sakes. I get the city to give me those big machines and do parks. I mean, things happen. I mean, it just... Yeah. No, it's just being open to the possibilities and let them come in.
I'm amazed, actually stunned, at how much I've changed with just being here 2 days. So it's a miracle.
Aging, I said to Vivi, I looked around the room and I said, I think that I'm the oldest person here. And I think I am. Yes.
She's older than you are.
You older than me?
She's the
she's the oldest person here. The reason that I say it is not because I'm in a competition to be the oldest, but that the feeling behind it was a sense of okayness, actually maybe even a little sense of pride that I'm able to be able to move my body and to be able to be upright and whatever else. So I can't think of a lot of places in our Western culture where aging, someone can feel fine and proud about aging. And I feel like this environment supports that. And so I feel really grateful for that. And I think that it impacts then so that when I go in other places, I still hold that sense